Hello friends of the Chicken Protocol and welcome to the Packet of the Week. With this series I will select a packet or some other interesting networking item and ask you to find the answer to a question. All of the background you need can be found in the Packet Guide to Core Network Protocols or the Packet Guide to Routing and Switching, both available from O'Reilly Publishing. In the following week I'll provide the answer. The Chicken Protocol is also starting up on Facebook and Twitter, so follow us there for more networking stuff. So, without further preamble, I give you the Chicken Protocol Packet of the Week.
So here were the packets from number 7. And as you recall, I was not looking for what was inside these packets, but rather what was the difference between them. So this is sort of a low-level approach to the packets this week. All right, if you remember your Ethernet framing, you remember that the first field that we can see in an Ethernet frame is the destination MAC address. And we can also see from these 3 packets that the destinations all have a different format. And that's really the difference we were after this week. Alright, if we want to drill down a little bit here, let's take a look at the first octet in each of these 3 MAC addresses. The first one is a 01, and that means we're looking at a multicast frame. The second one begins with 00, this makes it a unicast frame. And the third one begins with FF, which makes it a broadcast frame. Now the difference is in the handling that these frames receive by network devices. Remember that a switch, for example, will forward broadcast frames everywhere and multicast frames everywhere until there's some sort of multicast group. And unicast frames, of course, are sent only to the destination if the source address table has been populated. Here are a couple of details that I wanted to point out. It is easy to confuse multicast layer 2 addresses with multicast layer 3 addresses. Remember that layer 3 addresses are 4 bytes, at least in IP version 4, and MAC addresses are 6 bytes. Multicast frames can be identified by that 01 in the first octet of the layer 2 frame. Multicast IP addresses can be identified by an address in the destination of 224 to 239, but it's easy to confuse those. The second point that I'd like to make here is that IP version 6 changes this quite a bit. IP version 6 makes a lot more use of multicast than IP version 4 does. And it also changes what happens with the multicast addresses at layer 2. So remember the number 33, and you'll get used to seeing that as we move more and more to IP version 6.
This brings us to the close of the Chicken Protocol Packet of the Week. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to us here on YouTube or out at Facebook and Twitter. If you have any ideas or comments, please send an email to thechickenprotocol@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and may your packets always reach their destinations.